What's going on, everybody? Toby1 Shinobi here, and today I'm going to give you a guide or a walkthrough of where to find all the rift statues in the jungle in Chapter 4, Season 3. I'm not going to include the temple vaults that you have to give the purple item to, open up the door, go downstairs, and do all the puzzle stuff, and then get to the rift. I want to show you all the rifts that are always accessible at any time. You don't have to give any items to be able to rift into the sky and rotate out of the jungle, or be able to use it as like a scouting tool. Because these are infinite rifts, you can just keep hitting them over and over again, use them as many times as you want, and they're super powerful. So it's really good to know where these things are located. And the tricky thing about it is you can look at this map, right? And you can think you know where they are, but then once you're in the game, you're gonna be like, I have no idea where these things are. So I'm gonna help you with that because I have been there myself. And I'll just say that I made this map here. I put all these yellow circles around these rift points, right? There's 5 of them. They are actually very hard to find when you're in the game. When you're on the jungle floor, it's very hard to find them by referencing the map. So what I wanna do is I wanna do a walkthrough, boots on the ground, so you can actually get reference points to find these things when you're in the game, because honestly, it's very difficult to find them. It's a jungle, right? You get turned around real quick in the jungle. I just wanna show you exactly where they are. So let's start off by just kind of giving you a guide on the map here. So up in this top area by Shady Stilts here, you're gonna see 2 rift statues, one to the left, one to the right. Now, most of these rift statues, I'm gonna use icebergs to basically point to where they are, because there's 3 of them that use icebergs that are pretty easy to find. So reference the 3 iceberg tips here. We've got this upper left one to the left of Shady Stilts, right, in the north. And this tip of the iceberg right here basically points right to it. It's in this little canyon right under this cliff. So it's at the bottom of this canyon, up against the canyon wall, and this big iceberg to the northwest is kind of pointing to it. So that's the first one and how to find it. The second one is over here near Shady Stilts, right next to Shady Stilts. And again, it's got an iceberg tip that kind of points right to it. So the right side of this iceberg tip is kind of pointing right at the statue there. So reference that and reference this for those 2. This one's kind of under this bridge. There's a snow bridge also that covers this part. You can kind of use that as a reference also. When you see this little canyon here and you see the snow bridge, then you'll know that you're near one, and you can find it by looking at that iceberg tip. All right, the next one is over here, kind of the east side of the jungle, and it's near the gas station. So it's kind of the closest reference is this gas station, and also this other rune that is unnamed. It is a landmark, but it's not named. It's called the apparatus, but it doesn't have an actual name on the map. So you can reference this iceberg again, or this snowy cliff here, frozen cliff. I don't know what to call that. Anyways, it's a little bit southeast of Creaky Compound, and then it's got this tip of the iceberg pointing to it, and it's right across this river. There's this river that has a vine going through it. Basically, it's right on this cliff over here. I'll show you again in game where these things are so that you can see them, but I just kind of want to give you reference points. This iceberg right here, the other 2 icebergs, this iceberg here, this iceberg here, are kind of pointing to them, right? So we'll use those as little directional arrows, so to speak. Okay, so now the other 2 do not have icebergs near them, and we're gonna have to just kind of memorize where they are. The easiest way to remember that is just by referencing Rumble Runes. One is north of Rumble Runes and one is south. One is directly to the east of Shattered Slabs, and it's right under Rumble Runes. If you follow this gray path or bridge basically down, it's right there. It's just kind of sitting on top of a cliff there. There's also a zip line that you can take to it, and it's also kind of west of the gas station over here by the RV park. But the easiest way to find it is just look at Rumble Runes, go south, directly south of this path, and it'll point you right to it. And it's up on a cliff. And the next one is going to be at the top of a waterfall. This is Sunspoon Lagoon, which is one of my favorite landing spots. I'm making a video on that, and another which is probably out as of the time of watching this video. But yeah, this one is located near this big waterfall. There's a Meowscles that sells a purple Havoc shotgun right here. So if you see him, then you know that you're near a rift statue. It's at the top of the waterfall on kind of a cliff near some structures over here, and there's bouncy mushrooms to get up to it down here and kind of around it, and it is north of Rumble Runes. So basically, if you kind of follow this far right path upwards, you're gonna kind of run into it. If you just kept going straight, you'll run into some mushrooms here that will take you up there. Okay, so now we're gonna show you in game where these things are, because it's a very different thing to, again, be looking at a map versus being on the ground level looking for these things. Okay, so now let's go into real game scenario here and how to find these things when you're playing. So first of all, you can look at your map, right? And you're gonna pull up the map, and we're looking at those 2 northern points, right? The Shady Stilts points, right? Left and right. So now we're down in the jungle, right? And we're near Shady Stilts, and we're looking for these things. Okay, so the first one is to the right of Shady Stilts, right under this iceberg. Again, you can look at the map, right? And you see that it's kind of down here in this area to the right of Shady Stilts, the very beginning of the river here. And looking at the map, again, referencing the map, we've got it right here at the point of this iceberg, right? So this iceberg is actually this right here. So it's right at this like little zip line. So if you're in Shady Stilts, you look over here at this iceberg and it's right under the tip of that. Okay, and the next one is over here across the river of Shady Stilts, and it's going to be at the tip of this other iceberg over here. Okay, so we're referencing the map. When we reference the map, we're referencing this big iceberg point right here. It's kind of pointing out towards this, near this whole like section that has the boat. It's got a boat on the roof and a crashed plane right here, and it's just like the other side of Shady Stilts, and it's got another rift point. Referencing the map, we're looking at this point right here. Straight down from there is this rift statue right in this little canyon. All right, so the next one we're going to find is going to be towards southern parts of the jungle. So now we're going to find this one that's Sun Swoon Lagoon. So it's the west side of the jungle here, west of Creaky. That's going to be over here. Okay, so this is Rumble Ruins over here. This is Sun Swoon Lagoon, one of my favorite landing points. Again, I will make a video on this, or maybe I already have. So the rift statue is right here. So Rumble Ruins is just right there. If you were to follow this little path out and then hit this little mushroom right here, there's a mushroom around the corner right there to get up to it that I hit all the time that will bring you up to it. But basically you can come up the path here, hit this rift right here. So this is the other one. Meowscles is down here, who sells a purple shotgun, Purple Havoc. I don't know where he went. Oh well. And then Bounty Board down here. Okay, so that's that one. And now there's another one located to the east over here by Creaky, right? Again, this glacier point right here, a little bit east, southeast of Creaky is the other one that we're going to reference. So we go to Creaky Compound over here, and look at that. There's the iceberg tip that we're talking about. Here's what it looks like from the ground level of the jungle, right? We're down here, and we're going to be coming up this path over here and like kind of past this tower, and it's over here. So it's on this little mound here. And that is just kind of near this gas station as well. If you come straight out from the gas station, it's going to be a little bit further past the gas station. I know there's one in this area, and I'm always looking for it. Like, I'm like, where is it? I always think it's like down here, but no, it's over here. It's like kind of in this little mudded area covered in a lot of trees. And again, if you're looking at the map, you can reference this little icy point right here and the gas station and kind of triangulate it there. Okay, and then the last one that we have is south of Rumble Ruins, following this path right here. We're going to reference that path, and then also Shattered Slabs if you want. It's kind of like directly east of Shattered Slabs, and then south of this little path of Rumble Ruins. So coming over to Rumble Ruins, this is Rumble Ruins, the biggest temple there is. And then you go over here, and here's that path that we're talking about, right? The big gray bridge. So if you were to cross this big gray bridge from Rumble Ruins, you come up this hill, you hit this little mushroom, and then you're going to be up here to this other statue. And again, you're referencing that path right there. You can also come over from the gas station right here, which is something that I will show you in my drop video, because this is one of my favorite locations to drop at, or over here. I'll show you it later. It's a secret. You're going to come across this little like pool, cross over past this waterfall, and then you can hit a zip line right here, and it will take you to it. And I love to use this rift statue right here. I like to use both of these rift statues, the one over by Sun Swoon Lagoon and that one, to basically third party the person that's getting the mythic AR at Rumble Ruins, because you can just glide in, get high ground on them, you know, basically land above them on any structure and basically kill them for free most of the time. So same with this one at Sun Swoon Lagoon. All right, guys, I hope that helped you. I know that for me, I was very lost. Even though I knew like the general location where these things were, I was very lost on where to find them. Really quick, let's just jog your memory one more time about where these things are located, because it's the jungle and it's just so easy to forget, right? And like, let's not make you watch the video over again. Let's try to give you another little memory trigger here. Okay, so first of all, we're going Shady Stilts, right? Shady Stilts can be found by kind of following the river mouth up here, and to the right of the river mouth as you enter Shady Stilts, yeah, is this rift statue right here. The next one is to the left of the river mouth as you enter. It's over here, kind of hidden away, tucked away in the jungle on this canyon wall, next to this other area that has the crashed airplane. Okay, now let's go back towards Rumble Ruins. And then the first one coming into Rumble Ruins is this waterfall, right? Sun Swoon Lagoon, which is directly located to the west of, maybe it's east of Creaky Compound over here. Just go Creaky Compound and you fly over here, and this is Sun Swoon Lagoon, one of my favorite spots. And there's a rift statue right here. Now to the other side of Creaky Compound, you'll find this iceberg right here, this point, and it's pointing out right towards this statue right here on this little island, which is also kind of close to the old gas station over here. So you can actually jump pad over here to this spot right here if you want to rift higher, because there's a jump pad in that building way over there too. So just reference this iceberg point right here and the gas station. Okay, and then the last one is over here by Rumble Ruins. And again, you can reference on the map this gray bridge right here, and also kind of RV park over here. RV park gas station. It's basically just kind of like this way. It is west of the gas station. Over here, there's this little zip line here, and it's tucked up over here. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. If it was, please give this video a like. It helps my channel tremendously. And if you have not seen my channel before, you might want to consider subscribing. I am a Fortnite Zero Build content creator. My main focus is helping you improve at Fortnite Zero Build, and I think I do it very well. So check out my must-watch playlist on my channel profile. It has a lot of great videos that I think are really gonna help you out if you're trying to get better at Zero Build, no matter your skill level. And if you're interested in that stuff, then consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. I also live stream every Tuesday and every Friday from 12:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. PST. Go ahead and jump into my live stream, ask any questions you might have, and I will be happy to answer them live on stream. All right, thank you so much, guys. Have yourself a great day. Shinobi out.